Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Almost 40 years after Robocop first said those words, Amazon is betting that that line still hits. And this time, they might just get it right. Trust me, Robocop is coming to Prime Video, and the team behind it is not what anyone expected. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, another reboot nobody asked for. But hear me out, because when you look at who's involved and what the platform is trying to prove with this one, this seems like anything but a lazy cash grab to me. Robocop has had its share of sequels and reboots over nearly 40 years, some great and some, let's just say, not so much. So the main question to ask is, can they finally make it work? Let's break down everything we know so far, and then you can tell me in the comments. Let's begin. The classic Robocop came out in 1987, directed by Paul Verhoeven, and it starred Peter Weller as Officer Alex Murphy. Murphy is a Detroit cop who's killed by a gang of criminals and then brought back as a heavily armed cyborg by the mega corporation Omni Consumer Products. I know this seems very intense, but back in the day, viewers loved this kind of imaginative science fiction because technology was only just starting to evolve. The film incorporated intense violence, dark humor, and of course, sharp social commentary about corporate greed and law enforcement. It was the kind of movie that could make you laugh and wince at the same time. It was also a huge success, earning over $53 million on a budget of just $13.7 million. But when the sequels came out, things started to go downhill, which was unfortunate. Robocop 2 was released in 1990, and although it had some good moments, it never quite matched the magic of the original movie. In 1993, Robocop 3 was released with a PG-13 rating and a new actor in the suit, which disappointed many fans. Over the years, the franchise also produced several TV series, including 2 animated and 2 live-action shows. Most of these were made for children, and it's truly tragic because they're now mostly forgotten by anyone above 12. But the franchise did have another chance at a big screen success in 2014, when director Jose Padilla released a reboot starring Joe Kinnaman, Samuel L. Jackson, Gary Oldman, and Michael Keaton. The movie was not a complete failure because it earned over $242 million worldwide, but critics were lukewarm and it didn't win over audiences as expected. Plans for a sequel faded away, and Robocop was once again put on the shelf, seemingly for good this time, and honestly, most people had moved on. So when the news broke that the franchise was suddenly being revived, and not just another movie, but as a full series on one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, it genuinely caught people off guard. So what changed? Well, it all started in 2022 when Amazon bought MGM Studios for $8.5 billion. With that deal, Amazon acquired a collection of famous properties, including James Bond, The Silence of the Lambs, and yes, the one we're talking about, Robocop. Then in 2023, reports surfaced that Amazon was working on several MGM reboots. By 2024, it was announced that Peter Ocko, known for Lodge 49, would write and run a Robocop series for Prime Video. James Wan was also expected to be an executive producer. Peter Weller, the original Robocop star, has made it pretty clear where he stands on a possible return. Here's what he told the TMZ earlier this year. As far as the Robocop reboot, I don't know. I would do anything if the script is good and the money's right. I ain't going to North Korea to shoot it, but, if it's a good deal, I'd do it. When the same question was asked to Nancy Allen, who played Officer Ann Lewis alongside Weller in the original, she told Collider at the Saturn Awards, "I think I'd have to read something first. I think the best movie was the first one, and everything since then has not really lived up to what it should be. So who knows? Maybe they'll figure it out for a TV show." Now, whether the original stars return or not, the creative team already assembled is reason enough to be excited, because in September 2024, things really got interesting. Several outlets including Variety, Deadline, and The Hollywood Reporter all confirmed the same news, and the project has been secured by 2 major creative forces. First up, James Wan, the same Wan who's the horror mastermind behind Saw, The Conjuring universe, and Insidious. He's also shown that he can handle a superhero franchise with Aquaman. This time, Wan is joining the Robocop series as executive producer through his Atomic Monster production company, along with Michael Clear, Rob Hackett, and Danielle Bozone, who's overseeing the project for the company. Some of you might be unsure about the pairing, like James Wan and Robocop, but you guys must know that Wan has a strong track record of delivering something truly unique to genre projects. I mean, think about it. Robocop is at its best when it's dark and intense. Having someone who understands atmosphere and tension could be a great choice for Amazon. The other big name is Peter Ocko, who will be the writer, executive producer, as well as the showrunner. I mean, it's a well-known fact that Ocko is an experienced TV veteran with an impressive list of credits like The Office, Pushing Daisies, Black Sails, Dead Like Me, Extant, Lodge 49, and most recently, he created the AMC Plus sci-fi series Moonhaven. That background speaks for itself, and I don't think I have to add more to the list. He knows how to balance sharp humor and social commentary, with genre story and well-developed characters. For for a franchise built on corporate satire inside an action movie, that seems like the perfect fit for a showrunner. Despite all that buzz, there was a period where things slowed down considerably. You know, the development stalled, leadership changed, and for a while, it looked like Robocop might end up back on the shelf again. However, Peter Friedlander, Amazon's new head of global television, has officially greenlit the Robocop series. That's right, it's no longer just in development. Amazon is pushing ahead, and if you needed more proof that there's genuine appetite for this franchise right now, consider this. In 2023, Peter Weller and Nancy Allen both returned to voice their characters in Robocop Rogue City, an original video game that felt like a proper sequel to the original film. It was well received by fans, and many believe it played a role in convincing Amazon's new leadership to finally pull the trigger on the series. See what we're trying to get at? So that's everything we know so far about Amazon's Robocop reboot series. And unlike when we last checked in, this time there's real momentum behind it with an official green light, and a premise that already sounds faithful to the original. A giant tech conglomerate collaborating with local police to unleash a technologically advanced enforcer to combat rising crime. Sound familiar? It should. So tell me what you think. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you haven't yet, subscribe so you'll be the first to know when there's more news. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.